Hey everyone, and welcome back. Sheena here from Sheena Lynn blog. I get a lot of people concerned about drawing, coloring, and painting in their Bible. So today I'm going to create a permission page in my creative Bible with you like I did in my ESV journaling Bible. First I'll show you my permission page in my ESV journaling Bible in case you haven't seen it. This is what it looks like. I covered these two pages with scrapbook paper. I put some washi tape down the center to cover up the crease. I added some stickers and some writing to explain what my permission page was for. So let's put this one away, and I'm going to get out my creative Bible. This permission page is going to be a lot different. It's actually going to only be a one-page spread. I'm going to do it right here on this page, which is just inside my Bible. It has this pretty page that I have not colored in, and then it has this blank page right before the name page. So I'm going to do it right here before the name page. This paper is actually a lot thicker than the pages in my Bible. I mean, like almost as thick as cardstock. So I think this one is really going to be a good page to do it on. Now, one thing I always like to do is get a scratch piece of paper and put it behind the page that I'm working on so that if anything was to bleed through, it doesn't go onto the next page. And I really don't think it will on this page, but I'm just going to go ahead and do that anyways. And, you know, I'm going to use watercolors. This helps me so I can get all the way to the edge of the page without messing up my work surface. Now, these are the watercolors that I have. They are from Stampin Up. They are Watercolor Wonders. I've had these for years. I believe Stampin Up actually still sells them. You know, there are a lot of different watercolors out there that you can get and that you can use, but I have these already, so I'm just using what I have on hand. Now, I really like bright, pretty colors. So for my permission page, I'm going to select out several bright, bold, pretty colors. Let's see. I'm going to get this rose red. And since I'm working on my tablecloth, I'm going to lay another piece of paper down to lay my watercolor crayons on. I'm going to use this orchid. I'm going to use this bright blue. And I'm going to use this pixie pink. I think I'm going to add a bright yellow. I'm going to use yo-yo yellow. And I'm going to add a bright orange. So I'm going to use only orange. Now, starting out, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these 6 crayons and I'm going to color the page. And I'm just going to kind of make it like a rainbow. You know, I'm not putting them in any particular order, just kind of the order that they inspired me once I opened up my case and saw my crayons. As you can see at this point, they just look like crayons, nothing really fancy. They are actually watercolors. Once I get done coloring the whole page how I want it, then I will add the water. Sorry if you can hear my dogs. I don't think they're that loud, but they like to be right beside me. And my little Yorkie, he thinks he's a beast. So if you can hear him right now, my little 11-pound Yorkie, is attacking my 65-pound pit bull. And that is my Yorkie that you hear because he likes to roughhouse. Okay, I'm going to add in this orange and just keep coloring the page. And then I'm just going to start back over again and go, you know, I'm not really doing it a certain width, just kind of eyeballing it to be about 1 inch at a diagonal. It is getting a little bit onto that name page. Almost got them out of order. It's probably because I'm talking, and I usually don't talk when I do this. Okay, and not all my colors are on here twice. Some of them are only on here once. Some of them are on here twice. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these aqua painters that I have from Stampin' Up. Again, I have had these for years. Back in my days of scrapbooking. And I have this one right here. Hopefully you can see it. It is full of water. And it really only is about halfway full. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lid off, and you see this part right here, when I squeeze it, will kind of fill up with water a little bit more, and then that will help it go out into my brush. I always, when I'm done, clean them, so then any colors won't bleed over to the next time. And then I'm just going to take it and lightly brush and paint over it. Now, as you can see, as I'm painting it, it no longer looks like crayon, and it is starting to look like watercolor. And I'm just kind of blending the colors right there as they touch instead of cleaning my brush between each color. I'm just kind of letting them flow. When it starts to get low in water on my brush, I'll just squeeze it a little bit more, and then more water will come out, making it real easy to keep painting. Now, I did not prep this page at all, and I don't ever prep my pages in my Bible before I start watercoloring. I know a lot of people do. A lot of people don't like the crinkle. It bothers a lot of people. It doesn't bother me. This is not my primary studying Bible. I actually, depending on if it is Wednesday night, Sunday morning, working on my Bible study at home, journaling, just depends on what Bible that I take. I have a King James Study Bible that I take on Sunday mornings because Pastor reads out of a King James version. I have a NIV Bible that I take on Wednesday nights because we're doing a Bible study with Beth Moore, and she usually reads out of an NIV Bible. When I'm at home and doing my Bible study, I usually use my NIV Bible because I'm doing the homework from Beth Moore's Bible study on Wednesday nights. But then I will also go from my NIV Bible to one of my 2 journaling Bibles if I'm inspired by something from my Bible study or from church to journal. So that's why, you know, it doesn't bother me if my pages are crinkled up, not flat, if it bleeds through or any of that kind of stuff. So as you can see, I'm almost done. I have squeezed this several times to get more water, and I accidentally squeezed it a little too much and the water dripped out on the page. But I'm just going to keep blending, and now I have this really pretty rainbow. Now, one thing I always keep on hand whenever I'm doing watercolor is paper towels, because, you know, it's real easy to clean them up. And then when I'm done, what I always do is take my aqua painter and just kind of color on the paper towel. I'll squeeze a little more water out and color it to get that watercolor crayon off of it. And then once I'm done, I just put it back up in my bag and save it for next time. Now to speed up the process, I'm going to use my heat gun to dry the page. This is a heat embossing gun that I got from Hobby Lobby. Again, it is something I have had for years, and I'm just going to dry the page real fast. I think it's dry. That one spot where I dropped some big puddle of water on the page didn't quite want to dry. But I think it is completely dry. And, you know, I told you this page was thicker. As you can see, it didn't bleed through except for a little tiny spot right here where I dropped a big glob of water. It bled through a little bit. And then you can kind of see it up here on the edges. But that's just kind of where it went over the edge. That wasn't really a bleed through. I'm going to dry that part a little bit more just to make sure. Okay, I think it's good and dry now. Now, as I said before, I was going to make a permissions page, and that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to use this big P stamp that I have, and you know, it's backwards. I'm trying to see if I can make it where it doesn't look backwards, but I guess there really isn't a way to do that. It's just a foam stamp. I think I got these at Hobby Lobby many years ago, but I have had them for years. And I have a black stamp pad. I think this stamp pad actually came from Target's dollar aisle in one of their stamp kits, or I know it came in some stamp kit. I'm pretty sure I got it at either Dollar Tree or the dollar aisle at Target. Now these foam stamps seem to take a little more ink to do what I want to do than my regular rubber stamps do, so that's why I'm really making sure I apply plenty of ink to it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this P and I'm going to stamp it up here in this corner. Just like that, to make a big P. Now I'll have to clean that stamp later, but I didn't bring my stuff in here. I don't have it handy to clean it right now, so I'm not going to do that right this moment. And then what I'm going to do is, trying to decide which one of my black pens I want to use. I really like this Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen. Sometimes it works good over the watercolor, sometimes it doesn't. I'm going to give it a try today. And I'm going to write permission. Where I have this P, I'm just going to start up here. And I'm going to write in cursive E R Bible wants to move as I'm writing because of where it's at. It's making it kind of hard. Okay. And I just used the P for permission, and then I'm going to do the same thing kind of down here and write, use the P again to write out page. And my black Pit Artist pen is actually doing really good today on this page. So I'm going to continue using it. Since my page is completely dry, I'm going to take this out. It's kind of in my way. And I just want to write on here kind of what this page is for. It is my permission page to draw in my Bible. And I'm just going to kind of make a list. Oh, there go one of my dogs barking. Draw in my Bible. To paint. To color. To doodle. Let's see what else I want to do. That is most of what I do as far as adding to it. I like to draw, I like to paint, I like to color, I like to doodle. I want to grow closer to God. You notice I kind of skipped a little bit because while I'm still making a list, it's just slightly different topic. This is what I'm going to do as far as in here, and then this is kind of what it's for. You know, I want to grow closer to God. I want to deeper study God's Word, or I'm going to put study God's Word. I'm going to use it for meditating. Or meditation. And to use my talents to serve God. Nugget. Sorry guys, he barks at the wind blowing, so hopefully he will go on in just a minute. I want to remember that mistakes will happen. Flaws are still beautiful. It's okay to not be perfect. And I have 4 here and 4 here. I want to put one more here. It's about growing closer to God. And that's really the biggest thing that people need to remember when you are Bible journaling, is it's not about the arts and crafts. Yes, it's pretty. Yes, everybody likes it. Yes, it's kind of why it has become such a thing. But Bible journaling is about growing closer to God. It's not about the supplies. It's not about what specific Bible you have. It's about your relationship with God. And that's what I hope everybody will remember when you are Bible journaling. So, if you like this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.